So I'm here to get an opinion of my friend who saw this movie with me. First of all, what did you think about the acting?
Amazing. Tom Cruise's acting, like, I can see.
What's up, people? I'm Ranch, watching ReyReacts, and right I'll be talking about Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. Now that title is extremely long, I get it, but trust me, this movie is pure gold. First up, let's talk about the action. Now let's be real, the only reason people watch Mission Impossible movies, or the only reason I'm really interested in Mission Impossible, is to see Tom Cruise do some amazing stunts. Every single movie, he manages to push the boundary like a total daredevil. The stunts get more and more dangerous and more epic as you go. I mean, in Ghost Protocol, he climbed the Burj Khalifa from the side. In Fallout, he just jumped out of a plane. And in this movie, he jumped off of a cliff on a motorcycle and parachuted his way down. I mean, it was so phenomenal. I never expected him to do something like that. Like the first time I saw it, he just goes off the cliff and then he's just free falling for 30 seconds. And in that time, the only thing I'm thinking is, just wow, like, that's just amazing. Like, the dedication this man has to his craft is unreal. Did you know he actually spent 10 months just preparing for that jump? He used to do some 30 skydives a day. That's it, 30 skydives a day and 13,000 motorcycle stunts just to prepare for that single jump. Like, can you imagine how much dedication this person has? I don't think any other actor can do what he does. It's just perfect. I can't believe that he did that. It was phenomenal. While the bike stunt is definitely the highlight of the movie for me, we also have to talk about the train scene, which was mind-blowing as well, where the train is falling off the bridge and Hayley Atwell and Tom Cruise are vertically climbing up each of the train cars as the train cars fall into the pit. It was so fun to see. I think I said it in the theater as well, which is that I could probably see an entire movie of them just climbing up the vertical train cars, because that was so fun. They were using the different elements of the train, like they were standing on the little squares. I don't know what they were, but that was pretty cool. They were trying to dodge the piano as it fell, and that was so cool. I think it was such a great experience. I just have no words to describe it. It was amazing to see. But hey, before we go any further, let's go back to the clip in the beginning of the video where my friend Ishan was trying to explain his thoughts on the movie before he was brutally photobombed. So yeah, let's just look at that clip again. So I'm here to get an opinion of my friend who saw this movie with me. First of all, what did you think about the acting?
Amazing.
What?
Tom Cruise's acting, like, I can say it was up to Ghost Protocol, but not like that level. And we have Hayley Atwell. So Hayley Atwell, she was like better than her other movies. Like, I had to say it was kind of comparable to Peggy Carter, but it was not that great as well.
Those guys are doing that. They saw the movie with me as well, by the way. So say hi. Yeah, all those guys are my friends. If you thought that I was lonely because I make YouTube videos, I'm not. Also, what did you think about the stunts, which is like the main thing of this movie?
The most amazing stunts I've ever seen. Got to say that the bike scene, which was hyped up as much, it was not at all overrated. It's awesome. And then there's the train one, which was kind of like copied from the first Mission Impossible as well, because they did it again. But the train one was better, but the fighting on the train one was not that good. Like, you got to say, the man was older, the villain, who looked like pretty old guy, he couldn't fight his way with Tom Cruise.
Well, he's not that old, and Tom Cruise is like 60, so I don't know what that's about, but okay. Well, yeah, that's enough for him. We'll move to another person. You gotta love his humor. But I think I agree with him, which is that the villain wasn't that great. Don't get me wrong, Esai Morales, who plays Gabriel the villain, did a wonderful acting job. I have zero complaints about the acting. It's just that the character wasn't that well written. That's the only problem. In my opinion, a good villain is one who is dangerous by himself. He isn't working for anybody, he isn't taking anything from anyone, he's a dangerous person. And that's a good villain. That's a scary and menacing villain, which is what a villain is supposed to be. Take Thanos for an example. Imagine Thanos wasn't working independently, and Thanos' army was actually someone else's army. Thanos was working for someone else. Do you think Infinity War and Endgame would have been a good movie? No, absolutely not. And that's where I think Gabriel went wrong. The fact that he's reporting to this AI or whatever is making him a less scary villain. He's a very capable villain, but not a menacing one, in my opinion. Okay, so let's talk about the acting. Obviously, we have to get back to the star of the show, Tom freaking Cruise. This man is Mission Impossible in my opinion. He's what makes Mission Impossible great. What makes him such a wonderful actor is that he can make the audience feel his emotions. He can make you feel excited, he can make you feel threatened, he can do just about anything. That's why he's one of the best actors in the film industry in my opinion. Like when he was jumping off the cliff with his bike, I didn't think I was watching him. I felt like I was there with him, and that's some great storytelling. I had goosebumps all over because you feel the threat of just jumping off a cliff. Like you can think of what's going through his own head, and that's just some great acting. I absolutely loved him in this. And obviously we can't forget about Hayley Atwell. I think she did a great job in this movie. It's really hard to introduce a new character in the 7th movie of a franchise because you've already had a lot of other characters. Like we already know Tom Cruise, we already know Simon Pegg as Benji, we know Rebecca Ferguson as Ilsa. When you have familiar characters, it's hard to introduce a new one. But she did a wonderful job with it. She just fit perfectly into the universe, her acting, her style, and she's like a perfect companion to Tom Cruise. So she was absolutely wonderful as well. Obviously, we have to talk about the original Mission Impossible characters. We've got Simon Pegg as Benji, Luther, Rebecca Ferguson as Ilsa, and they've been part of the Mission Impossible universe for so long that they're just very used to their characters. They'll never disappoint you. And obviously, I had a great time with them on screen. Simon Pegg always puts a smile on my face, so that was enjoyable as well. Alright, let's talk about the plot. AI, mind-bending algorithms, a key to control it all and only one man who can retrieve it. Sounds like a classic Mission Impossible movie. But I'm gonna be honest, I like a good old human villain. Now, I never thought I'd be asking for the villain in the movie to be a human, but here we are. Personally, I really didn't like this storyline. I mean, I get why they did it because AI is such a trending topic with ChatGPT and Bard and stuff. But an AI is not an interesting villain. That's it. That's all what I'm saying. Also, the capabilities of the AI weren't explained properly because at one point it blew up a submarine and it was also telling people what to do. It was making predictions. Like, what is it actually supposed to do? It never properly explained that. So that was odd. But I'm going to be honest, I still think this movie is fantastic. And the reason is quite simple. This movie isn't meant to be seen for the plot. Have you ever seen a Mission Impossible movie for the plot? This isn't a Christopher Nolan movie. That's not the point. You're not supposed to take any message out of it. You're supposed to enjoy the acting, the drama, the action, and most importantly, you're supposed to go there and have a good time with your friends. That's the point of this movie, and it does that perfectly. Now listen up guys, if you're planning on watching this movie on Netflix or something when it comes out, stop right there. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 is meant for theaters and theaters only. The big screen, the booming sound, and the electrifying atmosphere is the perfect environment to watch this movie. So grab your friends, go to the theaters, and let's cheer for Tom Cruise like the action hero he is. Clapping for him while he makes that cliff jump is something you don't want to miss. It's like an unbeatable experience. It was absolutely fun. You should definitely do it. Anyways, that's a wrap for this review. If you guys enjoyed it, you know what to do. Smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.